This is a response to Steve's video, Future Past if you don't know, and watch his video before mine or else some of this won't make sense. But basically, he discussed the idea of time travel and UFOs and all that interesting stuff. Why I wanted to talk about this was it relates to actually what we were talking about in English class the other day and kind of sparked ideas about a video I wanted to make anyway. So he brought up the idea about time travel and how it can't really exist because if someone did time travel back, you would see the time machine and there's no record of finding a time machine anywhere. Now, I agree with that idea. I don't know if 100%, but I do. Um, and it really makes me think about the idea how even though we haven't found a record of it existing, the idea of it's still kind of interesting to think about. And I like those type of fantasy, worlds, ideas, stuff like that. Like, I mean, the idea of time travel is pretty amazing. And it's kind of sad that our societies kind of banish stuff like that. And this is what we were talking about in English class because as we progress in society and we gain more technology and we learn things are pushed aside, like, say, mythological creatures. Something like Frankenstein. We can prove that he didn't exist, right? Or something like a vampire. And then nowadays, it's like we've lost the factor in novels and fiction of truly being frightened by something. The ideas can frighten us, but you don't actually think a vampire is gonna come and get you, or a ghost, or anything like that. So, although I do love technology, it's kind of taken the fun and fantasy out of a lot of things. And I think that's why sci-fi has been, so big now, because it's about the only thing really we can't explain in some ways. And yeah, it's like I want us to learn more, but I almost want to be stupid anyway, just so I can enjoy it more. And then you talked about turning into these grays, which actually I didn't know those were called that before, so that's kind of interesting to hear. And it's kind of weird how you had explained everything for it, and I don't know. Maybe we could turn into that someday. It would be kind of weird if we did, just thinking of people with big buggy eyes and tight skin that's all gray, and it's kind of weird if you think about it. If you think about your life now in that form, it's just really strange. And I mean, it's interesting to think about that. I don't know. I don't think though. I think also it's kind of almost contradictory that you would say that people have seen these and they're in the future, but we're seeing them now. So isn't that a form of time travel? Wouldn't you think that would be? Maybe I'm just babbling, but I don't know. I didn't know people actually said they saw these things. I thought they were talking about I've seen saucers and stuff. I'm not as huge into sci-fi, so I couldn't really say. But I think the idea of all these creatures and stuff like that is definitely interesting, and being a writer myself, I highly enjoy it. And it's a shame that people don't get the same reaction or emotion from it as they would hundreds of years ago. Kinda sucks. And then now the thought of the things that actually scare us are to do with real life wars and stuff, and brr. I cannot think of how to end this as good as you did. As if I can get anything to rhyme. I'm the queen of bad grammar today. I'm sorry, I'm tired.